And this may be obvious, but the men that Sue-Ann is describing had to actually say, yes, I will be part of that process. And
Yes.
I say the same thing to people who are not sure about the church or who maybe have been hurt by the church. The only way they'll ever be able to know whether they can be part of a community is to try being part of a community. They need to at least be open to that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what these young men did. They were open to the process, to at least try the process. Then they found out it actually helped them. It actually served them. And it made for stronger individuals themselves, but also community. But you have to take a risk at times to say, I'm willing to try that. Maybe it didn't work in the past, or maybe I experienced something bad, but maybe there's a way for me to experience something that's very positive and loving.
Yes.
And so at least be open to trying that.
And that it's a process.
Yes.
And there was deep listening involved in that process, and creating space.
Mm-hmm.
And that was an experience that was so foreign to them, right?
Yes.
Like, prior to them being involved, they would never have even dreamed of such a thing. And yet, when it was offered to them as a way forward, they at least accepted trying. And once they tried it, they realized it really did work.
Mm-hmm. It seems though it's hard for us sometimes to value that kind of work because there's a lot of non-doing in it.
You mean just being?
Yeah, there's a lot of sitting.
And yet we're human beings.
It is so hard for us as people, especially in today's world, to accept the fact that just being is an important part of existing in our world.
And it's not just, it's being.
We
right?
see it as a critical part of being human is to allow ourselves to be, and especially be present with the sacred or be present in community.
Tell me, for those who are really cynical, about the science of this and this idea of, looking at brain scans and comparing them, is it not that we have the same operating system? And I'm not talking about AI operating system. I'm just talking about the original operating system.
You mean real intelligence?
Yeah, yes. So we mimic each other, and if we mimic each other's behavior, then that transcends, what is happening in our own mind. It's like we become mirrors of each other.
Mm. So I think that's a really interesting way of looking at it.
Mm.
Scientists are starting to understand that the basis for reality is consciousness. It's not stuff,
Yes.
right? We always thought it was stuff, and if we can't see it, it doesn't exist. But that, in fact, the basis of reality is consciousness, and there is one mind, and we are all part of that. And there are certain things that we can do to help us to sync with each other. And to come into the same wavelength with each other and really connect that way. Music does it, prayer does it,
Yeah.
and that's a
Meditation.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
How does prayer work in terms of multiple people praying together about the same thing, and then there being an outcome that is positive or healing, or there's a change in the person that you are praying for because multiple people are praying? Like, is that real to you?
So I think that there is a lot of science that supports the idea, the fact that when people are praying together, they sync up their wavelengths, right?
Their alpha wavelengths.
So there is more power when there is a group praying. There is a study with Hawaiian indigenous healers where they prayed for somebody who was in another space. So they weren't together. It was somebody that they knew, so they had some kind of connection, some kind of bond. But then they were to pray for them when they were separated at a distance and had no way of communicating.
Mm-hmm.
And they were told to send healing prayers for 2-minute intervals and the intervals were random. And when they prayed for those people, 10 out of 11 times, their wavelengths synced with the others at the time when they were sending those healing intentions. I mean, that's just not chance,
Profound.
right?
Yes.
So I don't understand how it works, but I believe that it does work.